All right, so just to kind of start off, maybe tell me how you're a different player right now than you were when we last saw you in Indy at the end of last year.
Just understanding things better, understanding the game better. I've watched so much film since you guys saw me last, and really just buying in ultimately and being 100% bought into what how our coaches want things to be done.
What kind of things did you have to understand that you've got your arms around now?
Just knowing when to try to make a play. Again, still finding my way on the defensive end, watching a lot of film on that end, and just understanding that side of the ball more. I think I've gotten a lot better in that area over the past year. So, and the game has slowed down for me a lot. Like I said, I've been watching a lot of film, and that's really been a big part of how I've been able to see things a lot better.
Just how much did having a normal offseason kind of help you settle in a little bit?
It's huge. It was huge. Being able to be with the guys the whole summer, I think we've gotten a lot better as a group. We've obviously brought a lot back, and having that time together through the off season has really helped us in a lot of areas.
Yeah, you've shot the ball really well through these two scrimmages. How much of that is just you being a good shooter, and how much of that is maybe taking better shots, picking your spots better, being in a rhythm?
Whatever. I mean, I've always been a worker. Just continue to perfect my craft. Just continuing to work on my jumper, and then also, just like you said, just taking better shots and knowing when to try to make a play and when to just swing the ball and keep the ball moving and to get in action.
Yeah, you talked a little bit last season about being frustrated at times with your consistency. Does the stuff you talked about before, the understanding and whatnot, is that kind of a blow toward that? You feel like, does that help?
Yes, for sure.
Just kind of how so? Is it a matter of being the same guy every game? Is it a matter of just kind of having that equilibrium that comes with maturity as a player or whatever?
Yeah, I think a little bit of both. Like you said, being the same guy every day, and then maturity with the equilibrium part. Like I said, man, been spending a lot of time with those guys this past off season, taking a look back at my strengths and weaknesses from the last year, working on my weaknesses, and just sticking to my strengths, knowing who I am as a player and what I bring to the table, and just being a star in my role.
Yeah, obviously we talked a lot last season too about how good you wanted to be right away, how eager you were. Does that understanding, that maturity, whatever, kind of strike that balance between eager and not being over-eager, if that was an issue last year?
Yeah, it just comes with time. Obviously, last year was my first year. I was just getting my feet wet. There's a lot of things I wish I knew last year that I know now heading into this year. So, like I said, man, it just comes with time. Comes with time.
Yeah. What's the biggest thing you know now that maybe you didn't last year?
Just being 100% bought in, offensively and defensively. Just making sure that I am just one with everyone at all times, and not trying to go out on my own and do crazy things, but just being solid and just staying within our offense, and like I said, defensively, just staying within our team and not trying to gamble or trying to hit home runs every play, but just being solid.
Right. Was there something that hammered that home to you, or was it merely a matter of hearing the coaches say it every day?
A little bit of both. I think hearing the coaches say it every day, coming up, watching film, taking notes, things like that, so that it stuck with me.
Right.
And then so that I was applying it, and not just just watching film and spending all that time coming in and being with the coaches, but making sure that it stuck with me and that I was able to take it to the court and apply it.
Right. I've always felt like you've had a really good chance. You had a good chance to be a really good defender. Where do you feel like you are in that element to your game now in terms of?
I think I've gotten a lot better on that side of the ball, but I think that I've got so much more to learn. Like I feel like I'm just scratching the surface on that side of the ball, and offensively as well. But defensively though, my coaches have expressed to me that just that I could be a difference maker on that end if I'm 100% locked in all the time.
Yeah.